Hello everyone, this is Alejandra Gomez with creatingwithallie.com, and I'm going to start sharing with you the first 3 projects of our stamp rower craft along, where I am partnering with Joey. Now these first 3 cards are actually the samples from Joey, so I'm going to be making them here with you. And tomorrow I will be making the ones that I designed. So anyway, so for this one, you should have, if you already took the craft along, all the kits were already mailed, and so hopefully you have received it. But no worries, you can just be watching the video, and when you get your kit, you can just stop and do the steps and then come back and do the play again, right? So that way you can go at your own pace. I've already cut out all my pieces, mainly just for time constraints. I just want to make sure I go quicker. But please know that once the replay it's or once I finish the video, there's going to be a replay where you can just stop and watch at your own pace. All right, so we're featuring the Easter basket, which is this one. Let me just put it here so you can see it. Here are the dies, and then this is the stamp set. I've already mounted all of my stamps here, so we are gonna go one by one. And the dies are just gorgeous, and we're using this little basket on almost every single project from our craft along. By the way, I've also sent an email with a tutorial so that you can see all the instructions, the measurements. You don't have to be writing anything. And for those of you who got either the tutorial or the craft along kit, and then also what I was gonna say, on your PDF, you have 2 extra bonus card ideas that you can use with this set. All right, so that's something that Joey and I kind of do nowadays. We always have the kit, and then we have some bonus projects for you. So anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and start with this. I'm gonna start doing the stamping, and on your kits, I mail 2 pieces of basic white of 8.5 by 5.5 for you to use as for your scraps. I, however, have here some scraps that I have, so I'm gonna be using those as I go along. My card base is the what is this color? Bubble Bath, and we're gonna be folding it in half. Let me get my bone folder here. We're gonna be folding it in half. This is 8.5 by 5.5. So let's fold these. Use your bone folder so you get a nice crisp fold. Then I have a piece of basic white, and this one is 4 by 5.25, which is gonna be for the inside. Then I have, and I think I might be missing one piece. Oh no, it's here. I have also a piece of the designer series paper, and this one is 1 inch by 4. I have die cut also from the perennial postage and side shamrock. The second of the largest dies from that set, and I have it here so you can see it. So this is the second from the largest to the smallest, so you can see. Oh no, it's actually the largest. Sorry, this is the largest of the perennial postage. So you're gonna be die cutting the largest. On your kits, it's already cut out. By the way, on your kits also there is a sticker with a QR code and the link to the PDF. So if you didn't get the email, or if you already archived it and don't remember where you put it, no worries. On the kit, you have a QR code, a label with a QR code, and the link as well for you to download the instructions. So anyway, so we have that one. Then I have a piece of designer series paper, and I should have here. And this one is 3.5 by 4 3/4, and it's gonna go right here on this one. And I also have a piece of designer series paper. By the way, we're using what is the name of this paper? This is the Splash of Sparkle, so it is this one, and it's kind of cool because you're gonna see it has some very springy colors and also have some foil. So it is a really nice paper pack, as you're gonna see along our projects today. So anyway, this one is 2, if I remember, 2 by 3.5, which is gonna go right there. And then I should have I had a piece of cardstock where I die cut already. So you should have something that goes like this. So I went ahead and already cut out these pieces, okay? The basket and the little string, not a string, scallop edge. I've also die cut this one, which is from the, I don't know, Texture Notes, I think it's called. I don't have the dies here with me, but this is the skinnier, largest rectangle. And by the way, I think this one's already sold out. It's sold out by the time we have this class. So anyway, but on your kit, you should have this one already die cut for you. So this is where we're going to be doing the sentiment. And I've also had a piece of chai shamrock where I am die cutting the grass from the set. So now we're going to be doing the coloring. I've already die cut one of the carrots. I had here some extra, so I decided to do it. But we're going to be coloring those two so you can see it. For this one, I'm going to be using the bunny. There is a bunny here. And then we're going to be doing the carrot as well. Oh, where is the carrot? Oh, here. I was like, where is the carrot? I know there is a carrot. So you can see how we're going to be doing. And then we can die cut it, right? As far as the sentiment, we're going to go ahead and use bubble bath. So I'm going to bring my sentiment. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me get another set of blocks just for sentiments. Because I don't think I had the sentiments mounted. So give me a second. So I'm going to put this ones here on the side. And I'm going to go ahead and, where is the stamp set? Yep, here we go. This one is going to say Happy Easter. And I think there's another one that says Easter's on the way. So let's mount those already. So this one. And then we're going to have Easter's on its way. There we go. And so for this one, we're going to go ahead and put Happy Easter right on the, and hopefully you don't see my head. There you go. So this is how it looks. You can see. This is with the bubble bath. If you wanted this to be a little bit darker, you could always use the, what is this other color? The Pretty in Pink. And yeah, I'm going to leave it like so. But again, if you want to make it darker, you can use the Pretty in Pink. I think that would be an also good one. I may be changing colors here and there. And then for the inside of our car, we're going to be using the Easter's on its way. And we're going to be using the Timid Tiger. And so let's go ahead and use that one. And I'm going to go ahead and put Easter's on its way. And then what we're going to be doing, and I should have here, yeah, a scrap of, oh, I have a scrap of this one. And I'm going to go ahead and bring the egg. Where is the, and there is a little egg. So we're going to go ahead and stamp. And so for this one though, hold on, before. We want to see about where we're going to be putting. So I'm going to be adding, let's do this again. So stamp once there. And then have this one somewhere here. Okay. And then I'm going to clean it up. And I'm going to go now with the bubble bath. And this one is already light. So I'm just going to leave it like so. Because it's a light color. I could have also use the peach pie now that I said that, because that's the lighter version, I guess, or a lighter color of the Timid Tiger. It's not quite the same color, but you could go with that. But that's all we're gonna be doing on that one. Did I clean it? I don't remember. Let's clean this. So I have that one ready. And did I clean this one? I don't remember either. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and, so now I have these pieces, and we're going to go ahead and start coloring our little guy here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to have the Pretty in Pink, and I need the light one. This is dark. Bubble bath. Okay. So dark bubble bath I'm going to keep, and then light of the Pretty in Pink. Okay. Then I'm going to be using the Chai Shamrock. I'm going to go with the, I don't know if it's the dark or the light. And then I have here the peach pie. And I have also the, what is this color? Gray granite, the light one. Okay, so for the inner side of the ears, I'm gonna go the light of the pretty pink, and I'm gonna do a zoom in so you can see it here. Hold on, let me see, where's my zoom in? I need to remember to zoom out, by the way. Sometimes I'm really good at zooming in and then I forget. All right, and we're just gonna go ahead and color the inner section of the ears, okay? And also his nose. Then I'm gonna bring the light. Ooh, light. Hold on, let me see. I always have to, yeah, the light. I want the light of the bubble bath. And do the cheeks. Okay. So like that. And then I'm gonna bring the gray granite, the light one, and I'm just gonna be doing a little bit of shadows here and there, you know? And so and it's just something really light, as you can see, and that's about it. So this is a simple way. Let me just do a zoom in so you can see it. So this is a simple way for you to do an element that is on white, like the bunny is white, rather than coloring the whole thing, and they look really nice. And that gray kind of gives them like the finishing look. All right, now for this one, we're gonna go with the Shy Shamrock, the dark, and I'm gonna be doing this section of the carrot. Then I'm gonna go ahead and bring the peach pie, the light one first, and color the carrot. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and bring the darker, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. So you get it like so. All right, and now we're gonna be die cutting these pieces. Let me zoom out. Oh, sorry, zoom out. So you can kind of see that section. I'm gonna zoom out, and then let's bring our die cutting machine. And we're gonna be cutting out these pieces. So I have the carrot and the bunny. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this one like so. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do this little carrot, okay? And I know I have another one ready, but I'm gonna cut it out. You never know when you're gonna need it. So I'm gonna cut another one here. Okay. All right, let's see what we have here. I always use the post-it flags. That always helps me so that my pieces do not move too much, you know? So here you have it. You have the carrot and the little bunny, okay? So now, let's go ahead and start assembling our cart. So, where is this one? My crafting mat. Let me put this one back into its place. And I need my adhesive. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and glue this section onto our cart. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it like so, so I know where to, yep. There you go. And then we're gonna go ahead and glue Okay. All right, then I'm gonna go ahead and add this one. What am I doing here? And I'm gonna go ahead. By the way, if you didn't get the Crafter one, but you want to get a tutorial, there's still time. So one option is you can get it at my tutorial store at creatingwithallie.com/shop. But also, when you place an order that is $50 or more, you get the tutorial for free on your inbox, okay? And then anyone who places an order that is $75 will get the kit in the mail to make the cards for this class. All right, and it will come with enough supplies for you to put together your cards, okay? And you'll get all 6 projects from this class. One thing is we might have to, you know, interchange some of the design serious paper, you know, but your cards will look really nice regardless, as you're gonna see. But that's an option for you, and I'll put the link for you to get the kit on the mail. So you can see where it is. So now what we're gonna be doing is we have that, and then for this one, let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and put this one is gonna go somewhere here. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of adhesive. Actually, I should probably use this one, you know. Well, before we do that, let's just glue first let's glue this one first. Now, you're gonna realize that I'm really bad at reading instructions. I am a visual person, so I just see the picture and follow. So I might be doing this out of order. But I don't know, I've never really read instructions, to be honest. I am more of a visual person, so I think this is why I always like doing the tutorials, video tutorials rather than written instructions, just because I feel I can give you more tips that way, just because that's the way I am. Here we go. So we're gonna have this one come here, and then this one is gonna go right here, you know. So I'm gonna be putting this one right there. So let's just glue this guy this way. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add this one somewhere here. So I'm gonna go ahead and this is our liquid adhesive. I just put it in a different bottle for easy use, but okay. So you have that one right here. Okay. Let me close this one and put it upside down. And then we're gonna go ahead and, ooh, I should have added more of this here. What we're gonna be doing is adding that one there. Okay, and then we're gonna put it right here on our card. And let me see, where do I put this one? Yep, it's gonna go right there. Again, let's close the lid on this one and put it upside down. And then for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and use dimensionals. Now, I do have one of these that is already, you know, about to be finished, you know, like I'm about to finish with this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and Okay. And I added dimensionals, and we're gonna go ahead and add this one. I'm gonna add this one right at the edge here. We're gonna bring, oh my gosh, what did I do with my gems? I had them somewhere here, and I think I lost them. Give me 1 second. Here they are. We're gonna be adding some gems. Where is my take your pick here? Ooh, what did I do? Oh, here. I was like having things all over the place. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and put the purple ones. You can also use the pink ones, you know. I think I actually want to be putting one here. And then one of the mini ones somewhere here. There you go. And then here I'm going to be adding a bow. And you know me, I love making those double loop. So what I'm going to be doing is, let me do this again. And I'm going to go ahead and do this one. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut out the ends. Let's put it on the trash here. I have my little trash here. Alright, and then we're going to bring our glue dots. I just need to fix a little bit this one. There you go. Okay. Oh, I keep moving this one. Hold on. There you go. Give me a second here. Alright. So now I should have this one right here. Okay. So here we have this one. Okay, and this is our card number 1. What do you think, huh? Pretty cool. All right, so now we're gonna go with card number 2. So I'm gonna put this one, card number 2, and I'm following here like the instructions from my friend. So this one is a This is a 4 and a quarter by 11. Okay, and I've scored it at at 2 3/4, and then at 5 1/2. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and fold this one like so, and then we're gonna go ahead and fold this one like this. Okay, so this is going like this. All right, so this is how this card goes. Then I have a piece of Pretty in Pink, and this one is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Okay, then I have a piece of designer series paper, and this one is 3 3/4 inch by 5, and another piece of designer series paper. Look how beautiful this is, right? And this is 1 1/2 by 5, and one more piece, and this one is 4 1/4 by 3. And then these are all the pieces that we're gonna be using for our card. But you can see I've cut out another of the baskets. I've also have this one. This is to, you know, to decorate your basket. I have another of the banners from the Shapes, Stylish Shapes, and so it's already in basic white. Little pieces that we're gonna be using for the eggs. You know, this one's gonna go with some eggs. Again, the rectangle from, I think it's Texture Notes. And again, that's it. I think it's already retired. And then I have the grass. And I do have another scrap of paper here where we're going to be doing that little, there's a little chocolate bunny. So we're going to be using this one, this chocolate bunny. Oh, and I forgot to bring the browns. So I'm going to be using pecan pie, I think. That's how I'm going to go with that one. Let me clean up this little guy. And for this one, let me get the browns here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and bring the, I think, yeah, pecan pie is really good. Let's just go with pecan pie. So I have here now this is chocolate bunny, so I'm not going to be doing any cheeks, you know. I always like to add cheeks, but this is just a chocolate bunny. So it's going to be all brown, you know, no cheeks, no nothing. So very, very easy. And then the only thing is that I am going to be doing some shadowing a little bit, you know, just a little bit. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and blend it a little bit better. Okay, so we have here, you can see nothing major, just color it with pecan pie. And then let's bring the color. So for this one we have the Easter, it's on its way. And I'm gonna be using the Pretty in Pink for this one, you know, since the basket is a darker pink. So let's just use that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and go, oh, almost put it on my card. Easter's on its way. So we have that. And then we're going to be putting the Happy Easter on this one. Okay, so there we go. Happy Easter. Love it. And then what I also going to be needing is I need to do the eggs. So I'm going to be cleaning these ones in a second. But let's just go ahead and have the egg. So I need one on this one, and then I'm going to be needing one on my next project. So let's go ahead and do both of them already since I have a larger piece. And then I'm going to need 2 of these ones in the pecan pie. Sorry, not pecan pie, peach pie. So let me clean this one, and while I am at it, let's do the same for this one. Yeah, I feel like I have pink here. There we go. I think it's better. Oh, it's this thing. Okay, I'm like somewhere here. I'm feeling like I have pink. This is why I like to clean it, because otherwise I feel like I have, you know, the color, and I might be staining something else. All right. Oh, you know what? I forgot to bring a yellow. Give me a second. I need a Daffodil Delight, whatever yellow. It might not be Daffodil Delight, but let me just bring one. I have here the what is this color? Our Darling Duckling is not Daffodil Delight. You can use Daffodil Delight or Lemon Lemon. I just have it here ready to go, so I'm using it. Just do not stop so much and look for. It looks well, you know. This is Darling Duckling on the Lemon Lolly. And I think I also need one more. Yeah, no, I don't need another one, so I'm good with that one. And let's just bring the peach pie, because I went with peach pie on my card. And so again, you're gonna go ahead and clean it. And let's do, on this one I need 2 also for this card. Okay. Alright, so there's a lot of little pieces that we need to be die cutting, and I should have die cut it. I usually die cut everything, and then for this one, I didn't. So we're gonna be die cutting for a little bit. Not much, but we need the little bunny and that one. Let's bring our set again, our die set. Sorry, die cut. And let's bring all of these pieces here. So we need the bunny. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get one of the eggs. And like I said, there's a lot of eggs, so we're gonna be die cutting here for a little bit. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, no, it's this one. I'm like, oh, I think I forgot something. No, I didn't. Like, I thought I forgot, like, one of the little chicks. But it's not on this one. It's later on a different card. So I have one of the eggs. And then I have the chocolate bunny. I have this one for something else. So let's just put it here. Like, I wish we had on this set a little bit more of the eggs, you know? Like, sometimes the Stampin' Up! Give us more dies, you know, so that we don't have to be cutting one by one. But in this case, they only give us one. So we have to be, oh, this one, they kind of pull. So this one was very sticky, as you can see. Sometimes that happens, and that's okay. Okay. So we have that one. We have the next one. Yeah, sometimes the sticky notes, the post-its are very tacky. Okay, there we go. And then we have this one. Alrighty. One more of these. I think on my next card or my next project I will have to cut out like 2 more, you know? So I think one is in purple and one is in the Timmy Tiger, if I remember correctly. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay. And I'll put this one back here so I'm not losing them. I always like to put back my dies on his package, because you know, otherwise you end up losing things. At least that's always the case with me. All right, so let's start assembling our card. So first of all, we're gonna be cutting out for this one. We're gonna be cutting out the, where are my scissors? Not the ribbon scissors, but the other scissors, you know. like my, here. I'm like, no, the regular. So we're going to be cutting out this section because we wanted to make it shorter, okay? So what we're going to be doing is, first of all, we're going to be adding adhesive on this section. So first of all, putting it like so. And we're going to go and grab the this one, right? Then we're going to go ahead and add adhesive here for a second. Oh, and actually you need like, say like something. I might need to be making this one more towards this side. Hold on. I need more. So I need like a smaller basket, right? So I'm having it like so, right? And so I would just put this one more towards here so it's hidden. So it looks like so. Okay, so this is a smaller one. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add this guy. So again, we're gonna have this little chocolate bunny. And in fact, do I need to make it this one even smaller? I think maybe. This one is super small. I'm trying to think how I want it, you know? And maybe I'll start with this one first, just so I know what distance do I need. Oh, there you go. Much better, yeah. I just need to open it up a little bit. There you go. And then open this one too. There we go. Yeah. And then here. Okay. And then now I'm going to go ahead and add one of these eggs. And then I'm going to be adding one of these here. Okay, so this is how it looks. And it's all right there. Okay. Okay, so that's that. And then we're going to bring this one. And we're going to be gluing this towards this section. And look, this is a mini basket, okay? Alright, so I'm going to leave this one on the side. And then I'm going to have this ones for this. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and add this one. And like you can see how beautiful is the other side of the paper. Sometimes we have trouble deciding which side of the paper to use because the paper is just gorgeous. And this is one of them for sure. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and glue it down, as you can see here. And then we're going to be adding this section. Okay. I'm going to add it somewhere here. And then we're going to go ahead and add this one. I see where Joy added this, and I just need to make sure this one is not all, you know, all over the place. So then I'm going to go ahead and add a Oh, I don't think I had enough tension here. See, you just have to be careful with your tension. So let's try again. This is where I need to get my tweezers. I don't know if I have them here handy. You just need to make sure you have your... See, I don't know what I'm doing here. Hold on, let me bring some tweezers, because sometimes this doesn't want to cooperate with me. Give me 1 second. Because otherwise we're going to spend the whole night trying to make a bow. Okay, so these are from the embossing body kit. Alright, so let's just do this. So we want this one. Okay, so we have these. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring this as tension. Okay. That much better. There we go. Much better. Now, once you have it the way you want it, right? I'm going to go ahead and add a glue dot right on this section. But at this point, I can cut it out. Right? And have this one come this way, and then this one is going to go right here. See? So, for this one, I'm going to go ahead and add some dimensionals. I don't know what I did. Oh, here it is. Like, I don't know what I did with the dimensionals right here. I'm like, I know I had it here with me. So let's just use those. And I'm going to cut even more of these. Okay. Okay. And I'm trying to secure all these little elements. So right now it seems like I'm using a lot, but it's just I'm trying to make sure that these things are not moving all over the place. And then I was thinking we need to have this one come here. I'm going to be adding this one like so. And then I'm going to be adding some dimensionals as well there. Okay. There we go. I think that now we're kind of good. And again, I'm trying to put as many of those. Yes. Alright, and then this is going to go right here. Now for this one, we also are going to be needing some dimensionals. And so I need a few of these. And then I'm going to be adding one of each here. Okay, so let's just add. I probably need, I'm going to check on this ones in a second before I continue. Let's just make sure we continue here before we continue here. Okay, so first of all, let's glue this one on the inside of our card. Ooh, this one. Okay, I need to change my adhesive. this one. And this is gonna go right on the edge. We need to cut out a little bit here. It's not much, but yeah, we need to cut this section. All right, so, and then we're gonna be adhering this one on this section only, okay? So you're gonna put it like so. You're gonna put adhesive and center, but you're only gonna be gluing the middle section, okay? The lower section, I should say. And I'm just putting this one. Yeah. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and bring okay. I think we probably could be using one more. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and close these. Okay, and this is gonna go like so, okay? But now for each to stand, and it's this one. So I need it to be like somewhere here, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and add this. And so I want it to stand like so, so somewhere here. Okay, and then on this section, we're gonna go ahead and add a dimensional. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the page pipe. So I'll have this one here, and then I'll put this one right here. So I need a little piece. I don't need a hole. Just need a little bit here. Okay, and then this one is gonna go right here, so you need one here. Okay, so that's that. And then for this one, we're gonna be adding this piece, which I know I put a ton of dimensionals, because I just want to make sure that all of these pieces are well glued, they're not falling apart. You know, for this one, I will be cutting out a little bit, you know, like, so it doesn't show. And then same thing with this one. I think that I could cut a little bit here. Just so I don't see them. And so now this one is gonna go like somewhere. Actually, no, more towards here. There you go. Okay. And so look how beautiful this goes. It stands like so. And now what we just need to do is I'm going to be adding a glue dot there. I always like to add a glue dot once I know exactly where it's going to be positioned. So it's not moving around everywhere, you know. I do try to hide it. So this one is right there. And then we're going to bring our rhinestones, not rhinestones, our flat pearls. These are, by the way, these are the 2024-2026 in color flat pearls. And at the end of April, all of these colors retire. So if you need to get the re-inkers and all of that, make sure you grab them right away, because these are likely to run out fairly soon, especially if you have your favorite color. Like for me, Petunia Pop is one of my favorites, so definitely summer splash as well. So definitely get those. This is the Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, Shine Rock, Petunia Pop, and then also the Summer Splash. all of those colors are gonna retire. So make sure you grab your ink pads, your blends, your cardstock, the reinkers, anything on those colors, because those are gonna be gone for good once they're gone, okay? So we're gonna be adding the pearls to our card, and I'm gonna have a mix of peach pie. And you can mix and match, you know, you can have different colors. I'm just gonna go with these ones for right now, but you can have the pink ones as well if you want, right? So anyway, I think I'm gonna go with that. I might want to put one of the large ones here as well, just so you can see kind of what she had. I think it looks nice. And there you have it. So here is our second card, and you can see how this one stands out. So it's a nice card for you to display, you know, like if you are at the office, you can put it right there and display. So anyway, let me do the last project of the night, and then we're good to go for today. Remember, tomorrow I'm going to be releasing the video number 2 so that you can see the other set of products from this class. All right. Now for the next project, I have here all the pieces. And by the way, I just realized I don't remember if I added the small one or the large one. I think I might have, you know, done something erroneously. I don't remember if I put the large one or the little one, so we'll see. But anyway, you do have enough scraps on the white, because I gave you 2 full, like 1 full sheet of basic white. So if anything, you can cut out a little string and then cut it smaller. Or if I send you the large one, you can just cut it because you only see one side. But I do realize, I don't know, I think I might have messed up on that one and might have put the large one. I don't remember. So let me know if that's the case. Anyway, so now we're going to go ahead and add this one. We're going to bring again our Memento ink. And I'm going to go ahead and put this one right here. And then there is a little cheek that we're going to be coloring as well. Okay, so I have those 2. And let me clean up this, because this one's for sure I know I'm going to be messing up. Okay. All right. And so now we also have, I have this scrap for the Timid Tiger, and then I have, I had this one as well, but let's just use the only two that I don't have are these. So let's just stamp them already so that we can die cut them. So I'm gonna bring Highland Heather with the egg. So we just need 1 egg. Okay, and then we need Timid Tiger for this one. Okay, so now for these I have that one. So those are the 3 colors that we're going to be using. And now let's zoom in for the coloring. Let me clean this one, because you know me, I'm going to be forgetting. And alright, so now I'm going to zoom in for a second on this one. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do also. Let's do also the sentiment. This one says for you, and we're using the Shy Shamrock. Did I put it here? I thought, yes, I did bring it. What I didn't put was, I didn't put it on the block. So let me bring the stamp set again. And we want the for you. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the little block here. And I'm going to be putting it right here for you. Okay? So now, let's color. Where is this? Okay. So now, let's color this again. We're gonna do a zoom in again, so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Very simple and easy, same way as we did it. We're gonna be needing, I think I used the light of the pretty pink for the nose. And then I've used the light of the bubble bath for the cheeks. And I'm gonna be using on both. Okay. And then I'm gonna be using the Lolly Lemon. Is that right? Lemon Lolly for the cheek. And before I do that, I need to do with Peach Pie the beak. So I have that covered. And then I'm gonna go ahead and color with the light lemon Lolly. And then with the dark. Okay. And then I can just blend a little bit better. And there you have that. And then we're gonna bring the, what is this? Great granite again. And we're just gonna go ahead and do okay, and that's all you're doing. And now we're gonna be die cutting these pieces, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut out. I'm gonna cut out this. So this is another scrap knot that I have. And let me zoom out, by the way. And let's bring our die cutting machine. So let's cut out the egg. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have that one. Then I have the chick. And then, can I do the... Ooh, it might be... Well, I could probably do it. I can... You know what, I'm gonna wait on this one. Because sometimes you can damage your dies if they're too close. At the end of the day, I have to cut another egg. So, I still have to use this twice. So let's just do that. So I have the egg. Let's bring the other egg. So I have the chicky. And then so let's do the egg. Okay. I'm gonna put another one here because it's moving a little bit. How about that? Alright, so now. Alright, I think I have everything now. So we have another egg, another scrap, and then this one. So let me put it back on the machine so I don't. Yeah. Now on this one, I feel like I cut a little bit more, but that's okay. You know, like I cut a little bit down because there's almost no white, and then here's a little bit more. But overall, it looks okay. And this is gonna go on the basket, so I won't notice, you know, or it wouldn't matter. So now let's just bring the basket. Okay. So now for the basket we have. Now I also realize, until like later on, I realized that I cut out the and I put all different scraps here, but I cut out the this one in lemon lolly because I thought that was the color. However, the instruction says that it's daffodil light. I think it will look okay either way. But you have a piece that is 2.5 by 8, and then you score on the long side at 1 inch. I'm sorry, on the short side on 1 inch, and then on the long side you cut it at 1, at 3.5, at 4.5. Okay. Now on the PDF there is a template so that you can kind of see in more detail how you're gonna do it. But in essence, we're gonna go ahead and do this. And I feel like, you know what? I feel like there might be. Ooh, and at 7, I forgot one more. Give me a second. Let me get my cutting machine. Hold on. Okay. I had it on the other side, so I forgot. So yeah, so you need to have this one. Let me just go over this. So you need this. So like I said, you have it at 1, right? And then at 3.5, and then at 4.5, and then at 7. Okay, so we're at 7. Okay, there we go. I missed one. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and. All right, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut alongside on this end. Now for this one, it's always better if you cut a little bit, you know. It's just, it folds much better when you do that. And then you're going to be doing the same here. But on this one, you're actually going to be cutting out on an angle here and then on an angle here. Okay, so it looks like so. All right. And then we're going to be, so this is how it looks again. So this was 2.5 by 8, and then you score at 1, 3.5, 4.5, and then at 7. And then you can see how this looks, okay? All right, so now that we have it this way, we're gonna go ahead and you're gonna add adhesive on this section. Now I'm using my seal, but you can use your what is this called? The tape, the tier and tape, right? You can use those. And then we're gonna go ahead and you're gonna square it and see. We're gonna add again some adhesive, and I feel like this is much better. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add a glue dot on this one. I always like to add like a little glue dot. Just to hold them in place while I am adding the rest, you know. Oh. Oh. Alright, so once I have these, I'm going to go ahead and have this one like so. You know. Just so that these are glued down. And then I'm going to go ahead and add adhesive here. And again, you can use your your tear and tape. Hold on for a second. Hold on, because I feel like I didn't. There you go. And then I'm going to go ahead and have this one, okay? And so this is how it looks. Alright, so this is what you have here, your little box. And then we're going to go ahead and glue this section. See that? So this is going to go right here. And so for this one, we're going to go ahead and add, I'm going to go ahead and add, let me bring my, I'm going to go ahead and bring my, what is this called? Grass, right? So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and glue it here. Then I'm going to bring my escalope edge. Okay. And now this one is going to be glued down on this section. Alright. Now that I have it this way, I'm going to go ahead and glue. I'm going to do like a little, I'm going to put this one like if it were like a, this one is in between this and that. Okay. Alrighty. And then on the other side, we're going to be doing the same. No grass on this end. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and add this one to this end. So this is how it looks, right? Like a little mini basket. Now, you can be adding some candy there, of course. I'm going to be adding now... Ooh, I forgot to do this part. So this little guy needed to be in between. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a slightly little bit of adhesive on this end. Because I totally forgot about this section. And I am adding it, yeah, there you go. I am adding it on I should have added this where the grass is too, right? And I'm putting it right there, okay? And then I'm gonna put it like this, see? So it's not where the candy is, it's in between the box and the grass and this basket, okay? Just so you know. And this is how it looks. All right, it looks really cute. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and add this one. And so this is gonna go somewhere here. And before I do that, I probably need to be adding, so I'm gonna start first with this. I'm gonna put this one flat. On that one. And then for this little guy, we're gonna be adding one of these dimensionals. So I'm gonna be adding this one, and it's not gluing anything. See, it's not attached to anything. And then I'm gonna go ahead and bring this one kind of this way, right? So I need a glue dot somewhere. And it might not be this one. I might need to do a smaller one. Because I need it to be, yes. I need it to be, so I might need another one right here. Okay, so I need that one to be, and then for this one, we want it to be somewhere here. So I'm going to go ahead and add this one here. Like this one come here, okay? So I just need a full glue dot, not glue dot, oh, I can use this one. Okay, and then for this one, I just need to be in between this section. Okay, there you go, for you. Okay, and then you can add some candy. I got some candy here that we can add, but I was thinking we can put, Joey had like a little bit of I think she had like 2 different candies, so I got this ones. Of course we can change to anything we want, but look, this is how it looks. Oh, and we need a bow, by the way. We need a bow, so let me just add a simple bow. Okay. I'm going to be adding my simple bow here. I'm going to be cutting a little bit more on this one. Alright, and so here you have the little tree holder, and again you can put the little eggs. I didn't have here some of those eggs, so I went ahead and just got like 2 little mini bars that you can add, as you can see here, and you're ready for these little trip bugs. What do you think, huh? Wouldn't you like to get one of these? Alright, so I'm going to be putting them here. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. I'm very excited with all of the projects that we did tonight. Look at these. Look how beautiful these are, right? So anyway, like I said, let me know which one is your favorite. Again, you can make an order of $50 or more, and you'll get the free PDF. Again, it will include six projects that I am featuring in the videos, and then 2 additional bonus cards. And then if your order is $75, then you can also get the card kit in the mail to get all the cards from this craft along. So thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.